Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Class, where learning English is simple and fun. I'm Marco.
And I'm Erica. Hi, everyone. It's so wonderful to have you here today. Do you know that feeling when someone asks you, "What are your plans for the weekend?" and you freeze? You have so many ideas in your head, but the English words don't come out. You want to talk about your dreams, your goals, your exciting plans, but you're not sure if you should say will or going to. You stay quiet while others share their future adventures. You miss the chance to connect, to make plans with friends, to talk about what excites you. What if talking about the future became easy? What if you could confidently tell people about your weekend plans, your vacation dreams, your life goals? What if you never had to worry about will versus going to again? Today, we're going to change that. We'll learn the simple rules for talking about the future in English. We'll practice real conversations about plans, promises, and predictions. No confusing grammar tables. Just clear, practical English you can use immediately. Ready to change your life? Ready to talk about your future with confidence? Let's begin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Class, where learning English is simple and fun. I'm Marco.
And I'm Erica. Hi, everyone. It's wonderful to have you here today.
Erica, I'm so excited about today's topic. We're talking about the future.
The future. That sounds like science fiction. Are we talking about flying cars?
Not exactly. We're talking about how to express your plans, your goals, and your dreams in English.
Oh, I love this. You know, I actually have big plans this weekend. I'm going to visit my sister.
Perfect. You just use the future tense naturally. That's exactly what we're teaching today.
Erica. So, everyone, grab your coffee or tea, get comfortable, and let's talk about the future together.
Okay, Erica, let's be honest. Why do students find the future tense confusing?
Well, Marco, there are two main ways to talk about the future in English: will and going to. And students always ask, when do I use which one?
Exactly. In many languages, there's just one future tense. Simple. But in English, we have choices, and choices can be confusing.
Right? But here's the good news. Once you understand the difference, it's actually very logical. It makes sense.
So true. The key is understanding why we use each form. It's about the decision. When did you make the decision?
Perfect. So today, we're going to break it down step by step. First, we'll learn about going to for plans. Then we'll learn about will for promises and spontaneous decisions.
If you don't know, spontaneous means something you decide suddenly, in the moment.
Great explanation. And we'll also teach you about time markers. Those are words like tomorrow, next week, soon. They help you talk about when things will happen.
Plus, we'll share real examples from our lives, because the best way to learn is through real conversations.
Exactly. So let's start with the most common way to talk about the future: going to.
All right, everyone, let's talk about going to. And this is probably the most useful future form because we use it all the time.
So, when do we use going to? We use it for plans. If you don't know, a plan is something you decided before now. You thought about it already.
Perfect definition. So let me give you an example. This morning, I woke up and I thought, I need to buy milk. So tonight, I am going to go to the supermarket.
Great example. You decided this morning. Now you're talking about it. That's a plan. So you say, I'm going to go to the supermarket.
Exactly. Here are some common phrases with going to. I'm going to visit my parents next week. She's going to study English tonight. We're going to watch a movie on Friday. They're going to move to a new apartment. He's going to start a new job in January.
Notice something? All of these are plans. The person thought about it before. It's not a surprise.
Right, now in spoken English, we often say gonna instead of going to. If you don't know, gonna is informal. It's very common, but it's casual.
So you can say, I'm going to go to the store when you're talking with friends. But in writing, especially formal writing, like emails to your boss, always write going to.
Good point. Now, let me tell you about my weekend plans. I'm going to play basketball on Saturday morning. Then I'm going to meet my friends for lunch. And on Sunday, I'm going to relax at home.
Perfect. You made all these plans already, so you use going to. Now, let me share mine. I'm going to clean my apartment this weekend. I know, not very exciting.
Hey, cleaning is important.
Huh. Well, the exciting part is after cleaning. I'm going to bake a chocolate cake. I love baking.
Now that sounds delicious. Can I come?
Of course. So, everyone, that's going to. Use it when you have a plan that you decided before this moment.
Here's a simple test. Can you answer, when did you decide this? If you can say yesterday or this morning or last week, use going to.
Great tip. Now let's move to will.
Okay, now let's talk about will. This is different from going to.
Yes, we use will when we decide something right now, in this moment. It's a spontaneous decision.
Let me give you a real example. Imagine we're sitting here talking. Suddenly, my phone rings. I look at you and say, I'll answer it. I didn't plan to answer the phone. The decision happened right now.
Perfect example. Another one. We're in a restaurant. The waiter asks, what would you like? You look at the menu and say, I'll have the pasta. You decided right now, not before.
Exactly. Here are common phrases with will. I'll call you later. I'll help you with that. I'll be there in 10 minutes. She'll answer your email soon. They'll love this gift.
Notice these are quick decisions or offers. You're deciding in the moment.
Now, we also use will for promises. A promise is when you tell someone you will definitely do something.
Right. For example, I will always love you. That's a big promise. Or smaller promises like, I will finish this work by Friday, or I will call you tomorrow.
We also use will for predictions. If you don't know, a prediction is when you think something will happen in the future, but you're not 100% sure.
Good explanation. So you can say, it will rain tomorrow, or the meeting will be boring, or you will love this movie.
These are your guesses about the future. Now, let's practice the difference. Erica, imagine the phone is ringing right now.
Okay, ring, ring. Oh, I'll get it.
Perfect. You use will because you decided right now. Now, imagine you're telling me about tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'm going to call my mom. I promised her yesterday.
Excellent. You used going to because you decided yesterday. It's a plan.
See, everyone? It's all about when you made the decision.
Now, in real conversation, we usually contract the will. We say I'll, you'll, he'll, she'll, will, they'll.
Yes, I will help becomes I'll help. It's faster and more natural.
Let me tell you something. Right now, I'm looking at you, Erica, and I'll make a promise. I will always be your friend.
Ah, Marco, that's so sweet. And I will always be your friend too.
See, we used will for promises. This is beautiful.
It is. Okay, so let's summarize. Going to equals plan you made before. Will equals decision right now or promise.
Simple and clear.
Now let's talk about time markers. These are words that tell us when something will happen.
Yes, these are so important because they help people understand your timeline.
So, common time markers for the future are tomorrow, tonight, next week, next month, next year, in 2 days, in 3 weeks, on Monday, on July 4th, soon later.
Perfect list. So you can say, or I'm going to travel to Spain next month, or I'll see you tomorrow.
Right. The time marker makes it clear when your plan will happen.
Now, I want to teach you something advanced. Are you ready?
Ooh, advanced. I'm ready.
Sometimes we use the present continuous for future plans. If you don't know, present continuous is like, I am working or she is studying.
Okay, but that's present tense, right?
Usually, yes, but we can use it for the future when we have a fixed arrangement. And that means a very specific plan, with a time, and usually with another person.
Can you give an example?
Sure, I'm meeting Sarah at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Notice I said I'm meeting. Now she's not I will meet or I'm going to meet.
Interesting. So, I'm having dinner with my boss tonight.
Perfect. That's a fixed arrangement. You probably confirmed it. It's in your calendar.
So, when should students use this?
For beginners, just use going to. It's always safe. But if you want to sound more natural and advanced, use present continuous for appointments and scheduled events.
Got it. I'm flying to London on Friday. That's on my ticket. It's 100% certain.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about common mistakes.
Oh, yes, this is important.
Mistake number one, using will for plans you made before. Don't say, tomorrow I will go to the dentist if you booked the appointment last week. Say, tomorrow I'm going to the dentist.
Mistake number 2, forgetting to use to be with going to. Don't say, I going to eat. Say, I'm going to eat or I am going to eat.
Mistake number three, using gonna in formal writing. In emails to your professor or boss, write going to, not gonna.
Great tips. Remember these and you'll sound much more natural.
All right, everyone, we've taught you so much today. Now, how do you practice?
Great question. Here's your homework for this week.
First, write down 3 plans for this weekend. Use going to. For example, I'm going to cook pasta on Saturday.
Second, think about 3 promises you can make to yourself or to someone you love. Use will. For example, I will exercise 3 times this week.
Third, practice saying your plans out loud. Use your phone to record yourself. Listen and check. Did you use going to correctly?
And here's a fun challenge. In the comments below, tell us about your plans for next week. Write at least 2 sentences using going to.
For example, next week I'm going to start learning guitar. I'm going to practice every day.
We'll read every comment and we'll correct you if you need help. Don't be shy.
Remember, making mistakes is how you learn. Every mistake is a step forward.
Exactly. The goal is communication, not perfection. If people understand your future plans, you succeeded.
So, will you practice this week?
Erica, see what he did there? He used will for a spontaneous question.
Ha! I did. English is everywhere once you start noticing.
So true. Practice, practice, practice. That's the secret to fluency.
Well, Erica, I think we covered everything about the future today.
We did. We talked about going to for plans, will for spontaneous decisions and promises, time markers, and even advanced tips with present continuous.
I hope everyone feels more confident now. Talking about the future is so important for daily life.
Absolutely. Whether you're making weekend plans, booking appointments, or sharing your dreams, you need to talk about the future.
So, before we go, tell us in the comments, what are you going to do this weekend? What's one promise you will make to yourself?
We want to hear from you, your plans, your dreams, everything.
Mark, and don't forget to subscribe to Easy English Class so you never miss our conversations.
Hit the like button if this lesson helped you. Share it with your friends who are learning English.
Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate every single one of you.
Have a wonderful future, everyone. Make great plans and keep learning.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye bye. See you next time.